It's time for Wassail here on DIY History. Hi there, I'm Cassidy Cash. Wassail is a traditional drink served to celebrate the end of the Christmas season for Shakespeare's lifetime. During Shakespeare's lifetime, it would have certainly been served for Twelfth Night, but there's some disagreement among scholars about whether that should be January 5th or January 17th, since there's some discrepancy in the change of the calendar from Shakespeare's lifetime until now. But whatever day you choose to make it, Wassail is a delightful drink, and it is definitely used to mark the end of the holiday season, which makes it perfect for us here today. Now, the tradition of wassailing includes obviously drinking this drink of wassail, but it also involved dancing and singing and passing around the bowl of wassail. There's a lot of wonderful traditions related to the history of wassailing that I have outlined on our website at cassidycash.com. I'll link you to that if you want to know more about the celebration and where it comes from. But to bring a little of this history to your house this Christmas, here's how you can make a wassail at home. And there are some recipes you can find that add eggs, but that just sounds gross to me, and I couldn't bring myself to put it in there. There are also some 17th century recipes that say once you get it all made, you should serve it by putting pieces of toast on top. I'm also skipping that step because I just couldn't bring myself to swallow it. But if you'd like to be fully authentic, put some pieces of toast on top of it. Ooh, I couldn't do it. Essentially, wassail is roasted apples cooked with sugar, spices, and alcohol, and the exact combination and order, and whether you should use ale or wine, and whether you should have port or sherry at all, and whether you should roast your apples this way or that way. There's just a wide variety of options. So what I'm sharing with you today is a combination of several recipes I researched, and I basically made up a version that I like. Now, for longtime followers of our channel, you will know that we have actually made wassail here before, but I wanted to share with you this time because not only did I think it was time to bring this Christmas favorite back to the forefront here on YouTube, but I wanted to change the recipe just a little bit and make a new version of it for you. So this is Wassail Part 2. In our last version of wassail, we roasted the apples whole in the oven first. In this version, I'm actually going to cut up the apples and I'm going to cut up some oranges and roast them both together on a pan in the oven. Both the apples and the oranges are going to be sprinkled with sugar and cinnamon and cloves and cooked for 10 minutes at a 400-degree oven. Now, this is approximately 10 minutes. You want your apples to be soft, but not mushy. Then in a Dutch oven or just a regular saucepan on the stove, you're going to add a half a cup each of sherry and port, along with 1 cinnamon stick, half a cup of sugar, and a teaspoon of whole cloves and a half a teaspoon of ginger. I really think cardamom would make a good addition here. I just didn't have any, so I didn't put it in there, but it is listed in some 17th century recipes for wassail, so you're welcome to add that as well. Wassail is, again, a warm drink. In Shakespeare's lifetime, foods were generally considered either warm or cold, and spices like cinnamon that warm you up when you eat them were a warm food, so wassail was a warm food. So any of the spices considered a warm spice could have potentially been put in a wassail. Now you're going to cook until the sugar melts and then add all the contents from your oven into this pan, including any of the juices that have drained off of the apples and oranges. You're going to pour it all in there and you're just going to cook this whole thing until it's heated back up and it's warm and fragrant. And then you dip it out with a spatula, or not a spatula, what's it called? A ladle. You dip it out with a ladle and then just enjoy it. It's like Christmas in a glass. It tastes so good. It's one of my favorite things to make for Christmas time, and I hope that you and your family enjoy it too. Stay warm out there, and from all of us here at That Shakespeare Life, we've enjoyed celebrating Christmas with you over the course of December and bringing some Shakespeare into your Christmas celebrations this year. May you have a very Merry Christmas, joyful holiday season, and a wonderful Happy New Year, which I hope you will come back and spend some of the new year here with us as we look at even more Shakespeare history. That's it for this time. Thank you for being here. I'm Cassidy Cash. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.